This video today is brought to you by who, Chris?
Bud Light Orange.
Bud Light Orange. I'm finding this pretty tasty. I'm gonna have to take a hiatus from the Fireball because I've already sobered up quite nicely tonight, and this is a little easier on the gut. So what's the plan of attack, Chris?
Fucking, you got this motherfucker tonight.
We getting the motor out tonight?
Affirmative.
What else? Because these people are dying to see something other than us drink fucking Bud Light and Fireball.
Yeah, we're gonna gut this thing.
They want to see. They want to see material. Who wants to see material? Leave a comment below if you get tired of
Harbor Freight.
Hey,
packages.
Well, we got a lot of packages coming. I mean, there's already a bunch here, and I got more at the house that I gotta bring.
Yeah, got a new hood coming.
And he bought a new hood because he couldn't do that. He didn't want to clean the old one. He just wants to buy a new one.
New hood, then all the shit from what you texted me last night.
Your dog's murdering the other one out there.
Those what, the jets,
Coco.
The jets, the carburetor rebuild.
Oh yeah, he got the carburetors. We'll show you all that coming. He got the.
Oh yeah, we got the carbs.
Got the carbs, 787 carbs on the 720. He got the jets up to 140 main jet, 75 pilot. I got the pop-off pressure tester. It's all coming in the future. But, you know, we work for a living, people. We don't sit here and make videos. Well, this guy, I don't know if he works.
Yeah.
This guy drinks the Bud Light Lime.
Orange Janae.
Oh yeah, Bud Light Orange. That's right. Today we have an air conditioning. It is entirely too hot out here. It's 91. Actually, it's like 98 in the garage. We got it hooked up to the dryer vent over there. So hopefully we close the garage door and get some air moving in here. That'll keep it a little cooler.
Put everything.
All right.
We can go that way.
Motor's coming out. What you want to do is 4 13mm bolts here for the motor mounts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to leave the factory pipe on because we can't get to those Allen keys yet. It'll be easier without the carbs on. Just to pull this thing this way. Put the pipe on the bottom, the intake on the top, slide it right out. We already got the drive shaft and pump out, so we're going to take this out now. Somehow when you put an AC in here, the temperature goes up. I'm not sure this is actually efficient enough. It might just take time. Motor's out, he's got to file down a Allen wrench to get the bolts out of the factory pipe. I'm going to take the cylinder heads off. Leaked oil in here a little bit, but I got the bailers off, the drive bearing off, gray box out, water lines out, so ready for pressure washing and clean all that next time. Factory pipes off, cylinder heads are off, they look new, these are new pistons. That's a piece of hair, hope it wasn't a pubic hair. So I'm not going to take, we don't need to split the case. He said he went through all that. It's relatively clean, I mean there's no play in it at all. I'll just pop this cover off and look at what it looks like in there to make sure so we don't have to do that. And the cylinders, so we ordered a ball hone. 83 millimeter.
Let's see what the scrape marks are.
Well, I don't know if he did hone this or what.
Oh yeah, look at the fucking, look at the swirl.
Yeah, but it just feels like it's glazed. That feels glazed. We'll hit them again just to make sure that they're... Sorry, Armando, if you did hone those out, I just want to do it again. I want those rings to seat. All new top end gaskets have been ordered. These are new as well already, but you know, if we're going to do this, I mean, we could save all these so that they're, in case we have to pop this thing apart to re-ring it after we scorch it or something, who knows. You lost the bolts. Recommended if you're going to use a factory pipe to get an Allen wrench like this, cut it down and grind some of the corners. You're going to see that when you're trying to get it in there, it's just not going to, it's going to scrape on the pipe. So what we did was we ground off this side. That way you can get it in there like this at a quarter of a turn at a time. It's a weird setup. Inside the flywheel housing is pretty clean, no sense of taking that off. I'm assuming the timing is correct. So we'll worry about paint at another time. What are you doing? Well, you got like 8 more bolts to go. You've got the hood off. Gray box is right here coming out. We'll take that apart, make sure everything's clean inside. Normally those are always clean inside. You got to have a jet ski that's been underwater to actually have a gray box that's bad. I mean, it's got to be sitting underwater for a long time. Rotary valve looks alright. So the cover here, it looks like somebody tried to resurface this, or did. You can see it's like rough. It's not smooth yet. That gouge isn't too bad, but it's rough. So somebody took some surfacing to it. It's not bad. I've had worse. The rotary valve is nice and smooth. Those lines don't, you can't feel those lines at all. But he did split the case. I could tell just by the line here that he split the case, and it's smooth. The rotary valve seems like it's like right there in time. You know, there's a line. I'm going to put a timing wheel on it, but you can see the line there right at top dead center. That piston is, so we'll just go over that. But that seems like that's good. Hardly any play at all in that rotary gear. So I'm happy with that motor, the way it sits, the way it is. A quick hone on this. You know, spray that out, just make sure it's nice and clean. Hit it with some fogging oil to make sure it's lubed when you start it. We're not going to worry about painting this at the moment because that's down the road. Hopefully it lasts all summer. Then we can take them out and make videos splitting them apart and painting them. I got a wear ring here. This is my wear ring for my pump because I'll show you in another video how much of a piece of shit this was. This is why you don't buy on eBay. You go to SBT or Watercraft Superstore or something. This was a stainless steel wear ring. That looks stainless, doesn't it? And the problem is that thing pushed right in. You know, I kind of knew it felt like loose going in, but that thing was spinning inside the pump housing. That's why after 3 hours she let go. She started spinning. That was me chewing it up to get it out. So that's a piece of garbage. You should have to, I'll show you the next video when we go hammering that one in. That's a nice wear ring right there. That's really hard. Also, Chris's 787 carbs here. We got the jets ordered for that. Rebuild kits ordered for that. SBT parts. I'll show you that. SBT is like 1 day from Clearwater to Vero Beach, so we ordered from them. Or Watercraft Superstore, same company. Actually, most of the parts we ordered were for from Watercraft Superstore this time, and but they'll still be here in about a day. This is the bearing carrier. Seems pretty greasy inside, but it's okay. We're going to use that again. Worry about that after. Chris is just fighting this thing over here. What are you doing? Oh, he's taking the handlebar. Here's what's wrong with the handlebars right here. Look. See that? Wobbling. So I'm thinking it's that collar right there. And we're going to take that off and see what happens. Okay, she is headless. She got nothing. Took out the here's the handlebars here. So the problem is not actually the handlebars, but the I mean, that's pretty good, and it's the bottom part, I think. Where's the other piece at? First you have a bushing here. This bushing was up in here, and I bet you that's replaceable. That's worn out, and
there's the other bushing.
Right there, see, so these are replaceable, whereas my GTX, you had to buy a whole steering column, so I guess they fixed that. So we'll find two bushings here, replace those, and we did bust a bolt there. That's no problem, get that out. So she's headless now, got no gray box, no cover here, no steering, so it's looking pretty barren. Pretty soon.
You guys want footage?
You want footage? Here we go. It's like 3:30 in the morning. And we've already gotten drunk twice and sobered up. So a couple more hours, the sun will be up. But we've been working on it. And we did actually more hanging out and drinking than we did wrenching. We could do this whole thing in a day if I really wanted to. I've done it before. But that's where we stand right now. When these gases come back in, I'll assemble this whole motor. Hopefully Chris has the head sandblasted and finished by then. I'll put this back together real quick. I'll bring my timing wheel over. We'll time it. Make sure that's good. The first video coming is cleaning this thing. We're going to scrub, power wash, remove some of these silly stickers. Get all this oil out of here. Clean it all up. You've seen back in the day when Dolan was shoveling this out like he was bailing a sinking ship. I had like 8 quarts of oil in mine. So we're going to do the same thing, clean all that up, all that gunk. It'll look spotless or purple power. We got to replace that gray e-box holder there. We have another one somewhere in the trunk. It's over here. Yeah. He gave us this one because he broke the old one, so that's riveted in. We got to drill that out and thread that one in so it holds the e-box. And got the primer kit on there. Throttle cable's still good. Steering cable's still good. There you have it.